Okay, what did I call this one? Usually that's a little hint for me to machine works question mark. Sure, okay. That's pretty accurate. Yeah, so we have this has been renamed the Eye now. The Eye. First Eric Andre one. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think if I saw that one. I must not have because I feel like I would remember that. I don't know. I gotta remember these ones. This will be good stuff to catch up on. This will be good things to watch.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
Okay, so the thing like when we touch the eye or look at the eye, click on the eye, same thing happens. We do have one glowing crystal left. I didn't realize that we do.
It won't do anything.
Yeah, okay, I definitely didn't see that one, but I'll have to watch that and report back. Dang, let's go.
I can't use these two things together.
Let me just make sure that we haven't. Can we call Brink?
He's dead.
Oh, okay. He's dead. Very calmly saying he's dead. We gave it a shot.
It won't do anything. It won't do anything. It won't accomplish anything.
Yeah, again, yeah. I'm just gonna peek around here quick. I don't. What was it? This is the one where we were. Lab, yeah. This is this situation here.
I don't know what to do with this device.
And not very helpful, but honest. Okay, I think these are just eye candy. I'm not really sure what these things do. I'm assuming we've got a little bit
I don't know how to work these controls.
of something that we're missing here. The machine is working, so we believe.
It's a row of crystalline devices.
Okay, do we need to do this thing again here?
I can't use these two things together.
Okay, this kind of reminds me of what was on the beach there.
I guess I'll take this with me. I guess I'll take this with me.
So, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna turn speed up here. Forgive me. But I want to, like, this is such a humongous room. Such a huge room. I was curious if this is still the eye. Yeah, okay, it
Doesn't look
is.
safe to walk there.
Interesting, interesting, interesting.
It's a row of crystalline.
I was just curious if something actively changed if we took the eye out. Or the machine part. This is like the key, right?
That slot already has a crystal.
Anything with the glowing plants. These have just kind of cool to poke, I guess.
Robbins,
Are you gonna ask if she's hanging in there?
you still hanging in there?
Yeah, of course.
I'm okay, Boston. Don't worry about me.
I feel like I'm just what he called me. A traitor. A liar.
You were dealing with a madman. You were trying to save him, too.
Do you think we should try this part in the eye?
It's probably our only chance of getting home.
Okay, so we've done this. Strange device. Alien device.
Light summer clothing.
Delighted.
Delighted.
He's loaded with information we might need.
Okay.
Thanks. They don't look anything like...
Alright, so... Does this punch in still?
That job's been done.
No. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not like missing a button on here or something. This room is so big that there's a possibility that I'm like just missing something on here. So let's start with the small thing here. 2 crystals. These things, the machine part makes sense. We've got it in there. They're all glowing nicely, seeming like it's working. There's not like there's a button in here or something.
Good work deciphering the tablet, Maggie.
Thanks. We make a pretty good team.
Imagine if you had said that.
Doesn't mean I want to get marooned again, though.
Okay. Like, remember when you were just like, I don't want to be on your team? Because I remember. But basically all we're getting is just like, oh, these things
I don't know
work.
what to do with this.
Hang on. Wasn't the thing like that, like in in the museum, it was like go and like drop it, like it looks like the eye almost falls into the middle. So maybe we need to remove the light bridge, then it'll fall. I kind of feel like that doesn't work, but we can kind of check and see. That's one tomb tram. I guess we'll check and see what the sitch is here. This button's on the other side, isn't it? What kind of design is that? You put the tram line button, call button on the other side.
Nothing happened.
These people figured out how to, like, not die. And they're like, actually, let's put the button over there. Terrible idea. Okay. So interesting. That I noticed the circle disappears otherwise. You see that? It's like inner circle.
Robbins. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get tired. I've done a lot of digging.
Digging.
And I've done so much reading, my eyes ache.
Thanks.
Hmm. I don't know. I guess I'll just continue to try this out just to see if it makes a difference. It probably doesn't. It would definitely be tedious if that were the case. But I do remember in the museum one, it seemed like there was the thing and then it like dropped into the middle. So I don't know. Maybe I'm taking that a little bit too literally, but guess there's no way to know until we try. Where I think it's this way. Well, how does it look now? Okay, it's still cooking here a little bit.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
I mean, I don't know. This could be a rough one. The good news is, if it is wrong, I can just reload the save. And, it's no big deal. Hey, El Pollo Diablo. Fetch me my hamster ball.
They're all gone.
They're all gone. Yeah, it's a little less a little less oomph here.
I can't open it.
So I don't know if I completely am buying into this theory anymore that I have, but we'll see. I think this is the one. See, watch. I like falls into the middle. And then it turns into a bar graph. The fact that he is still saying is really that's not good. Anyways, that was my thought. It's likely incorrect. That's okay. Like I said, we've got a backup. Worst case. Wait. How did I?
Robbins. Never mind.
Never mind. There we go. So if it works, this we would know now. It did not work. Okay. Very cool. Okay, that's no worries. At least we got to the bottom of it. I wonder if there's something to do with this. Maybe we got to run this back a little bit. I don't know.
I can see outside.
Unexplained crack again. Don't know what that story is still. Okay, no worries. Like I said, you can just load it back up. This is everything firing in all
Doesn't look
cylinders.
safe to
It
walk
does
there.
look a little bit more intense, doesn't it? Do we use the shovel on it?
It won't do
Do
anything.
we need to dig the eye? You know what I mean?
I can almost feel the surface.
Can almost... So we need a bit more power, right? Are we missing some juice here? Is that what's happening? Like, are we missing some power? We need more power here? Eat eye. Let me shoot over here really quick.
Robbins.
Nope.
Never.
Like, yeah, my one thought is like maybe there's a way to like kind of line the planets up, because obviously there's some like some legitimate power going on from that that beam of light into the lens. So I was like, oh, you know, maybe that's the deal. We still have one crystal left
I
here.
can't use these two things together. It won't do it. I can't. It won't. I can't use. Looks like a panel.
What do you mean you can't use this together? Isn't this the... Oh, wait, no, I'm using the wrong one. That's fine.
Speak.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry.
I have said enough.
Okay, that's not helpful.
Then why did you make them?
Our society became obsessed with living eternally. I underestimated the breadth and danger of the obsession. The crystals are the second worst mistake I made.
Have you a name?
I had a name when I was alive. Now that I am again and again dead, what need have I for names? My body is now so ancient that the crystals scarcely have power over me. I rise for a few minutes, and then I fall again. Soon, I will cease to rise at all. Only then will my grief end. I want no name or memory to live after me.
When you say the eye will see, you aren't talking about our eyes, are you?
An eye that can see the three dimensions of time, as well as the three dimensions of space. It will show you beauty beyond belief. But once you had seen Space-Time 6, will you ever see Space-Time 4 again? The eye may be open, but the mind hasn't the strength to see.
If we bring your people back to this world, then they can build a starship to take us home to Earth. It's our only chance. Maybe we'll fail, but you must let us try.
Since you think you are stronger and wiser than my people, I will let you have the fruit of your pride. I will tell you how to find the piece I hid, if you know how to ask. But it will cost you more than you ever imagined.
Tell us how to get back to Earth. I beg you.
If my people could return from Space-Time 6 with their
Okay.
gun, they would rebuild the starport. They would make a crystal ship, which would take you back to your planet. But they will never find their way back home.
How long will you remain here?
Until the last of my mistakes is rectified, or until the life crystals lose their power out of miserable death.
Okay.
Thank you for helping us.
Kind
Help
of.
yourselves by giving up. Never look into the impossible eye. You don't have the strength to return from that place.
Never look into the impossible eye. Uh-huh. Okay. Well. Never look into the impossible eye. What an interesting puzzle we find here.
The larger moon is being eclipsed by the smaller one.
Alright, well, if this is the eye. We're not supposed to look into the eye. Is there like a spot?
It doesn't look safe to walk there. I can't use these two things together.
The penultimate, of course.
I can almost feel the surface.
See, that just drives me to think that we need like just a little bit more juice. I really like, maybe it is the planetarium we need to like kind of goof about with. What do we have to do here? I'm gonna reload the this one again because this gives us the crystal here.
It won't accomplish anything.
None for me, thanks. Maybe it controls something. I don't know.
I don't know. The Monkey 2 Crypt Corpse. Rapscallion.
It won't do anything. There's a signal here.
Okay, so nothing new there.
These seem to serve the same function, but they don't seem to fit together.
Wow.
These seem to serve the same...
Very
It won't accomplish anything.
peculiar.
It won't do anything.
Never look directly into the eye. All right. We don't have a lot to go on here. So let's attempt, I guess, to do our best. Yeah, Brink is still there. Brink's hand might still be stuck in the crevice for all we know. I guess it would be.
It depicts a planet and its moons. Perhaps it's this planet.
Perhaps. So that's these things, right?
Perhaps it's this planet. It's a representation. It's the...
So what in the heck are we doing here?
Robbins. You still...
I'm all.
What are we doing here?
Robbins.
Oh my
Never-
goodness, this is Sophia all over again. Who's stalling for content? Not me, that's for sure. Nothing is signposted? Okay. Well, that's good. That's what you want to hear. Okay, well, let's check the museum again and just see what we got. This Robbins.
Robbins.
Glad you walked all the way there.
I feel betrayed.
You were dealing.
Thanks.
Yeah, that is nonsense to me, that right there. As soon as I think I understand what it is, it's just... Alright, so this is the one to get to the tomb. Right? Behind a tree?
The larger moon is being eclipsed by the smaller one.
Yeah, so that's the one that we have. Large moon being eclipsed by the smaller. That's the hint that I guess was supposed to tell us how to do. I'm just getting my notebook out here. Large eclipsed by small. I think that's how we have set up for the lens on not this spire, but one of the other spires. I don't remember any of this. It's a crazy one. This is the explosive. No. This is where we learned about using the crystals on Brink. I think. Nice. And then what is this? This is the explosive one. Is there anything in the console we haven't dug up here?
A control console. If this is a library, then this must be where you search and retrieve data.
Data.
Robbins. Never mind.
Never mind. A non-spoilery hint.
I don't think we'll be able to fix this screen.
Trying to think of what a non-spoilery hint would be. Is there any room that we haven't really used yet? That's a question that I have to answer. Cathedral Spire, Tomb Spire, I think we've covered everything. Map Spire. I think we've done everything we can with the map. Because we even did the newest addition to our little key crew here. Museum. Things have happened everywhere, I believe. Planetarium Spire. Would I like to buy one of these fine leather jackets? But of course. One of those puzzles where you must use the given information to deduce an answer. Like, the only thing I can think of, maybe, is, like... I mean, it could be something with this. Maybe I need to use the gold one?
It's the ceiling of the dome.
The ceiling of the dome. Return of the Mac.
Never.
Like, if I move it straight up like an eclipse, like, maybe this is a thing? No, Robbins. I should check over here. That looks a little bit more powered up, doesn't it? I don't know, maybe not. We fish his hand out of here?
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna stick my hand in some crack in the rock on an alien planet.
It's kind of insane that they don't have a new line post Brink.
That won't work.
Okay. I guess this room's only existence is to have the Brink cutscene. That's fine.
It doesn't look safe to walk there. I can almost feel the surface.
Can I almost feel the
It won't accomplish
surface?
anything.
All right. I think we've exhausted all of our actual items on the eye, right?
I can't use these two things together.
Like this is
It won't do anything.
kind of tricky.
It won't do anything.
Would you take this soapstone
It won't accomplish
statue in
anything.
exchange?
I can't use these two things together. I can't use these two things together. I can't use these two things together. I can't use these two things together.
But what about these two
It
things?
won't accomplish anything.
I just want to accomplish it.
I can't use these two things together. It won't do anything. I can't use these two things together. I can't use these two things together.
Okay, so we've exhausted our inventory. That's good. That's good. We've moved ahead. Somewhat. This little like shuffle step. That's funny. Alright, alien device. We're just gonna touch everything in this room.
I don't know what to do with this device.
Me neither. This is the thing, I don't know either. Like, you can't just use that, right? Like one of the rods.
It won't do anything. It won't do anything.
Won't do anything.
It won't accomplish anything.
Hey there, Santa. Yeah, I'm doing much better today, thanks. Much better. On the mend, for sure.
I don't know how to work these controls.
Like, is this a thing?
It's a row of crystalline devices.
But what is it really?
It's a row of crystalline devices. It doesn't seem to be missing anything.
I'll keep the hint in mind, though. Conga Line Monkey.
That slot already has a crystal. I guess I'll take this with me. This must be the part for the eye machine.
My machine. If this is something like I don't know. Like this has to go in this slot, right? Like
That slot already has... It won't do anything. Looks like a life crystal would fit perfectly in here.
see, it does the little sound effect. Robbins.
Robbins. Never mind.
Why is this room so huge as well? Isn't the eye part on Brink instead of the life crystals would create a true super Brink? Don't know how to use any of these things, right? This is
I
how
don't
it
know what
says.
to do with this device.
Yeah, you and me both, man. You and me both. Like maybe Tomb Spire. I mean, like, is there maybe something that's like, well, hang on. This doesn't have anything to do with it, right? This thing. Did we figure this out? Was this I think was maybe the hint towards the, I don't know. I guess I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that this and this has something to do. Yeah, like this is the beam of light coming over, right? So this is for the tomb. That's like a really, really questionable hint for the tomb. We need to bat creature time again. Maybe that's what we need to do. Need more bats. Guano. Ugh.
Guano. Right in my eye.
Right, Maya. There's the eye, just looming out there.
It needs the part.
But that just makes life crystals, right? Like, I've got no reason to believe it's gonna make anything else.
I guess I'll take this with me.
It is odd that we can still take it. It does sort. I mean, this could just be for the fact that it's like, oh, you might want to go talk to that guy for a hint again. So maybe I'm making too much out of it. What does he do if we try this again?
If at first you don't succeed,
What?
Brink's machine for making life crystals. Brink's machine for making life crystals.
Look into the eye, Art.
This part is necessary to make the eye generator work. It's one of Brink's homemade life crystals.
Did the bat creatures take one of the crystals or something? Gotta give Brink a hand for picking such a scenic spot for his machine. Yeah, could use a hand for that for sure. Potato hand. It's interesting that you can still do that.
Guano. Right in my eye.
This game hasn't been super good at sort of like cutting you completely off of things you can't do though. Oh, do, 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 do. We've got a lot. And can we use one of these? Chuck one of these
It
down?
won't accomplish anything.
Brink will save you this time, buddy. The open world game design, right? Of course, yeah. That makes
It won't
sense.
do anything.
Relic.
Brink's machine for making life crystals.
Okay, just a for you on that one, huh?
Robbins.
Robbins.
Never mind.
Never mind. Well, We have not really gotten very far with this. Can we just put the eye part in the eye?
I can't use these two things together.
I mean, they've got similar names.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
We almost see the surface.
I can almost feel the surface. The crystal is having no effect on this part. Perhaps they need something else to work together.
Wait, what? Perhaps they need something else to work together.
The crystal is having no effect on this part. Perhaps they need something else to work together.
All right, I don't want to overthink that because I guess technically we're putting crystals and the eye part in the generator, so that might be a very questionable way of putting that together.
It doesn't attach to the tusk.
Does it attach to something
It
else?
won't do. It doesn't attach to the tusk.
Okay, well, it's attached to something.
I can't
here.
use. It won't I don't want to break it. I can't use. These do not seem to work together.
I have an idea.
I can't use. These objects seem to have no effect on each other.
It's for sure nothing.
I can't. It won't do. It won't accomplish anything. This must be the part for the eye machine.
But there's like one thing I can think of. That's... This won't work, but... Silly lens. Can we dig this thing out? We were trying about it, and there's a line about digging it out.
It looks like it's supposed to be here. I don't want to dig it up until I know what it's for.
But sir, I think you do know what it's for.
It's an enormous moon.
Like, can we go in here now? Yeah, we can go in the
This is
crypt.
a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt.
Are you out of your mind?
It's jammed. I can't get it out. Now we've got some decent lighting.
Okay.
This is a pretty elaborate
So if the beam is not coming through and hitting the lens, we can't even go down into the tomb. That's pretty interesting. Guess I'll get that set up again. I don't know if this really matters. So my idea was to maybe dig the the thing out of there, like that lens. Maybe that lens is what we need for the next part. Is that the one we need? Forget how it was set up. The ceiling of the dome. I guess I could reload the save. We haven't really, again, we haven't done much. We have not done much. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We made a couple life crystals. That's all we did. So if I go back here and just try it with the light, I mean, very clearly we know what the purpose of the lens is. To show you where the crypt is.
It looks like it's supposed to be here. I don't want to dig it up until I know what it's for.
Okay, that seems like a dead end. That's too bad. Really thought I was onto something there. Okay. Conga Line Monkey, if you are around, I will take the non-spoilery hint that you were teasing.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
I will figure this out. So I definitely don't want anything spoiled, but... You've already done what you need to do. You've already done what you need to do. Okay.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
It sounded like a cryptic alien turkey. I mean, that's the kind of hint I need. I need a cryptic
This island
alien
was brought back from another dimension. This island was brought back from...
turkey type of hint, for sure. Okay, so there's nothing down here. I'm just kind of crossing the bits here. Everything I need to do. I mean, I guess that's good to know. So I guess I just need to figure out what I need to do. Must have to do something.
There's a huge amount of energy flowing along this column. It's radiating energy. Nothing but dirt.
Nothing but dirt. Nothing but net.
It's closed. The chest is empty. I don't want to store that here. I don't want to store that here.
It feels so weird that that chest just, like, you can close it. We never did this, did we?
I guess too many bones are missing for this to work.
Okay.
Whatever creature these bones used to be, I don't think we've got anything like it on Earth.
That's interesting. There goes another one of my crystals.
They don't look anything like the glowing plants I saw earlier. I think I'll leave them alone.
I think I'll leave them alone. A jar of dirt. There's definitely enough dirt to go around, for sure.
When this rock fell from the...
Been over here in a while.
Maggie, come to this side of the door.
We definitely haven't brought her down here. Maybe there's something down here. Take your time, Maggie. It's fine. I guess we'll check this window before I start going down this little staircase here. I don't think there's anything of note out here, is there?
There's an undersea tunnel leading into the base of a nearby island. It's where all the crystals meet.
Is it like this? Like turn off all the power? I mean, it can't be, right? We're still going up there. Well, hang on. If we need it to get lowered, we need to turn this off, right?
Nothing happened.
Although I don't know if we can even adjust any of these things anymore, can we? Yeah, this one's not the one. The triangular button, I think.
Nothing happened.
We've already used the empty slot. Do we need to use the slot here?
It's the slot where I found the blue crystal.
Like we put the green crystal there? Or whatever, the eye? Imagine.
Operating normally.
See, do we want to maybe not do this? Maybe want it not operating normally?
The lens is in place and it...
Although I don't even know how we would undo any of this. It's such a cool looking little scene there.
It doesn't seem to be...
Okay. That's kind of an interesting thought. Okay. We're kind of in that position where we just kind of need to start throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it
I
sticks.
guess I'll take this with me.
Wouldn't be this one. Okay, so my stupid thought here now was put this in the slot.
That doesn't seem to fit there.
Okay. Because there was kind of like a blue triangular one here,
It's
right?
the slot where I found the blue crystal.
I was like, that makes sense. We got another eye part.
It won't do anything.
But I guess if I take the other part of this kind of seriously, like I've already done what needs to be done, or whatever it was. You've already done what you need to do. So I guess I should probably return this to the console. Or we can quick travel there. I did not know that. So I guess we leave it. We leave it here.
There's a crystal in. That missing part looks like a complicated piece of machinery all by itself.
Okay.
There's a crystal in the slot. I guess I'll... This must be the part for the eye machine. It won't do anything. The crystal is...
Let's like break one on top of this or
That
something.
doesn't fit here. That slot already has a crystal. That missing part looks like a complicated piece of machinery all by itself.
Oh, golly. Okay. A legion of hot dogs. Yeah, this definitely had... I've struggled a lot more with this game than I did with Fate of Atlantis as well. So I'm with you on that one. It's nice to know it's not just me. What if we get both of these running at the same time? Is that... Are these strange objects important? Because it looks like they just do cool little things, but I don't know what they do.
I can't use these two things together.
Are they?
An experiment?
An experiment?
A party favor?
Oh, I see.
It's a row of crystalline devices.
Alright, have a good night, Electric Dragon. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, this just punches in here. I hope I'm not, like, missing a hotspot.
This must turn on the whole machine. I don't know how to work these controls.
You can't just say that this must turn on the whole machine and be like, I can't figure it out. You can't do that.
It won't do anything.
That is rude.
This must turn on the whole machine.
Oh, video game.
It's almost hypnotic.
Almost. Have I tried turning it off and on again? Apparently we can't figure out how to do anything.
Part of the machine?
The machine... What about this one?
It looks like these hatches open somehow.
Looks like these hatches open somehow.
I don't know what to do with this device.
Hatches open
It
somehow.
won't do anything. It won't do anything.
I mean, do we need some help
won't
to
do
get the
anything.
hatch open?
I can't use these two things together.
It's an odd
It
thing
won't do
to say.
anything. It looks like these hatches open somehow.
Of course, we don't have any verbs in this game, which I like. I like not having verbs. But you do run into these
It won't accomplish anything.
bits here. Where you're kind of like, okay, you're telling me that something opens. We should try to open it. You know, instinctive. Adventure game second sense. Sixth sense, even. Another non-hint. I might need to tap into that. There's nothing over here. Light bridge. Strange device. See, that one turned the middle one off as well. I don't think it did that previously.
It won't do anything. I can't use these two things together.
I cannot.
The shape glows and is set in the panel face.
It's suspicious. Yeah, it is. All right.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
This is actually kind of funny. I have a note here. So I wrote down that large is eclipsed by the smaller one earlier when I was like making sure that we reset the planetarium to the right thing. And I didn't realize that I wrote that note under the exact same note where I must have done that a few days ago when I was trying to set it up. So I literally 2 times in a row in my notebook just have large eclipsed by smaller one. I have that written twice. A nose icon. Yeah, we need some sniffing. The other thing I have written down here is thing is hidden on the other side of the hole. And I think that was actually in reference to where to find the eye. piece, like the thing that's in the machine. Yeah, you can lay it on me, Conga Line Monkey, if it's a non-spoilery hint. I really don't know what to do
It
here.
doesn't look safe to walk there.
There's nothing else I'm really worried that I'm missing something super obvious, like, oh, you just need to go talk to this person, or you need to hit this button. And I'm just like, that's the part that I'm missing. There isn't a puzzle to solve at this point. Okay. That sort of leads me to believe that I'm right. Okay. Okay, so what am I forgetting about is sort of what I think I'm starting to lean towards here. Maybe we just kind of do a scoot around here. There's nothing we can do really with the eye that I can tell here. There's no interaction that needs to take place.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
It just simply does not look safe to walk there. I mean, look into the eye with the
It
flashlight.
won't do anything.
Okay. All right, let me just run through the rooms in my head here. Cathedral Spire. We've really not much to this one. There's no puzzle to solve at this point. I've done what needs to be done. This is the one that I think showed us the beach there. Well, one room we haven't been to is the creepy nest room. So maybe we'll pop in here and see how things are going.
Wait for me while I check out the top of the falls.
Okay, but don't take too long.
Oh, interesting, they didn't want to put Maggie in this one.
Water is pouring through that hole at a tremendous rate.
Tremendous. Okay, we hadn't been to this beach since we found the other stuff here. Golly, this game looks good. It's a pleasure to be stuck in it, to be honest. Scrooge McBrink.
Never mind.
Okay. Math textbook covered the game. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome description actually of the We've already been here. Strange field.
It's shimmering. A light that doesn't seem real. As if it's just on the edge of existence.
Okay. I feel like I've visited everything here.
It won't accomplish. It's radiating energy.
It's radiating energy.
It's radiating energy. This plant is alive. That means it must be possible to survive here. Robbins.
Robbins.
Never mind.
No puzzle to solve here. Boy, that... I don't know what to make of any of this right now. This game has been absolutely progressively harder as it's gone on. It's been pretty fun. But this is, I mean, I have to be honest, I am, I just don't feel like I know what the next step is, right? It kind of like, not that I don't know, it's been pretty good about being like, okay, like, you need to do this, you need to do this. It's not super clear, it's quite obtuse in fact, but like, I was able to parse out that like, you know, with this engraving thing, like, that's the way you got, like, how have you used engravings in the past? Like, that makes sense to go and use that with the map, you know, the map thing. And then, you know, then you go and get a piece here, a piece there, you go to that little island, the whole nine. And, yeah, it's like that all makes some sense, even though it's like a little bit loose like that.
It's a row of crystalline devices. It's a row of crystalline devices. It won't do anything.
And it just felt like it was leading into like, you have to find this little piece, and you know you have this showdown with Brink, and it's really interesting. You go through that whole thing, and you get the piece, and you get everything that you need. You have the life crystals, and you have the piece, and it all comes to, you know, like a head, and it happens. And then, but you walk away with the piece. Okay, you've solved that. Go ahead and you put it in the console, and the game's like, okay, like you did it. And then and then it just stops. Unless I'm forgetting something from an earlier playthrough, which is possible, I suppose. Like an earlier evening of this.
I don't know how to work these controls.
Don't know how to work the controls. Robbins, you know how to do it?
Robbins.
Yeah, maybe I did beat it. We did it.
I feel like I'm just what he called me. But
You were
Yeah, that doesn't help us at all.
light-footed.
That doesn't help us at all.
lighted.
You're the one who read the alien book.
Stop.
What exactly happens when we turn it on with enough life crystals in it?
Hang on, stop.
It would have taken me
Is this for real right now?
years to read everything, Boston. And I didn't understand half of what I read. But there's no doubt that this machine is dangerous. The alien warned us it might cost us more than we expected.
What does that mean?
It might mean that just turning on the machine might kill us.
You mean he booby-trapped the thing?
Imagine talking to people. Just like imagine that.
I mean that the machine may draw on more than life crystals.
How many times have I clicked on that particular, like, I'm sorry to interrupt this, but like, how many times have I clicked on that particular, like, talking point? I just wasn't in this room. That's a whole, that I think is a little bit of something that could be improved in this game. I love this game, but that, come on.
It may drain the life out of whoever uses it.
Then I'm running the controls.
Don't be absurd. It might do nothing, too. Or it could kill whoever isn't at the controls. I just want to tell you.
No goodbyes. We're gonna make it home together, Maggie.
I'm not sentimental, Boston. I wasn't going to say goodbye. I just want you to promise me something.
After you saw me break every promise I made to Brink, you want me to make another one to you?
What happened with Brink couldn't be helped, Boston. I know you'll keep your word with me.
What's the promise?
If I die and you live, don't use any life crystals on me. Don't revive me. Do you understand?
Are you sure?
I saw what Brink became. I don't want that to happen to me. You wouldn't be saving Maggie Robbins. You'd be creating a monster with my memories, my face. Don't do it. Promise me.
I promise, Maggie. And vice versa, okay?
All right.
And now you tell me the truth about something, Maggie. Are you sure you didn't find out somewhere that something bad happens to the person at the controls of this machine?
Boston, I don't know any more than you do about what will happen when I switch this thing on.
If that's a lie, I'm gonna be really ticked off, Maggie.
Yeah, I know. Here we go.
How rude of Maggie just to know how to use all of this and watch me bumble around like an idiot for like an hour. She's in no hurry to go home.
It's stuck. I'll have to pry it open.
Be careful. Maggie! Maggie, you liar! You knew this would happen.
The eye.
It worked. The eye is restored.
Worth it then. Go home.
Maggie.
Jeez. Okay, let me make a quick save here. Why didn't you listen to me?
Poor kind Maggie. Poor kind Maggie.
She might still be on the penultimate though. Let's just check.
She's dead. He's dead.
Okay, we're doing really good right now. All right, I get. Do we go to the alien device here? Take the elevator up, as it were.
I don't know what to do with this device.
Oh no! And now we don't have anybody that does know what to do with the device. In a game that teaches you not to bother either of them, that is fair, right? Oh, good.
I should have known the inventor would have one more trick up his sleeve.
Okay, so if we try going on the bridge, that thing comes out, right? We do not have any control during this point in time. I mean, is this something as simple as being like doing what I was doing earlier, which is just like, see you later, nerd?
That was the inventor's last chance to stop me. I will get out into Space-Time 6. I will bring the people of this place back home, and they will build me a starship that will take me back to Earth.
Give it a Bonnie treat. Let's go. We'll at least give Bonnie a Bonnie treat. That's my treat thing here. There we go. Whoop. All right, so we have Bonnie. There we go from Soul Driver. Can you help me out a little bit? You want a treat? Too comfy to move closer to me. Look at this, like, this is like a legitimate little nest situation going on here. She's now hot dogged herself into this, like, duvet cover, which is on top of her bed, and also in the back another blanket to make sure it's puffed up all the way. This is the life. Oh, big yawn. Oh, yeah. Too cozy to even get a little snack. There you go. Very good. All right, let's get back to the game. Thank you for the Bonnie treat. All right, so I guess we just turn this back on. Okay, here's the eye.
I guess this is the real test. Can a practical guy from Earth do what all the builders of this place failed to do? Can I go into Space-Time 6 and still find my way back to reality? Only one way to find out.
Oh, we're in it. Okay, light bridge back outside. We have a portal. Now that's thinking with portals. We dig the portal.
I can't use these two things together. It's beautiful. A guy could get lost here real easy.
Real easy.
No, I'm not going any farther into this place. I'm staying here, where I can get back out again.
You are as strong as we hoped, human.
I can understand you.
In Space-Time 6, all living minds communicate perfectly. You stand at the doorway, human. You show us all the pathway back to life. To reality. To a place where we will someday die, yes, but we will have a life before we die.
Every past and future. I can see them all, but which one is real?
Go back now, human. Take me home.
Take me home tonight.
My people have their bodies, their bones, their lives again. We owe you a great debt, Commander Lowe.
All I want, now that my friends are dead, is to go back to Earth and tell the story of how they died.
Why not let them tell their own story?
I wish.
You knew the way home, but I know all the other paths through time and space.
Wait, don't go back there.
Don't you understand what I did to get you out? Oh dear.
I have brought you a gift.
Maggie. Frank. You're alive again.
We were lost, but this being found us and led us back.
Maggie, I thought I'd lost you forever.
So you really didn't try to resurrect me with the crystals.
No, I promised you. And besides, what the crystals bring back from death, it wouldn't have been you.
I know, Boston. You kept your word.
Brink looking pretty rough.
Yet you did find a way to bring me back from death.
It wasn't me, but I'm glad you're here.
And I'm free of the madness of the crystals, too.
You did it, Lo.
No, it was our friend here.
No, the credit belongs to you. We once revered a great inventor because he opened the door to unchanging eternity. But you opened the passageway back into true life.
All I am is a guy who wants to get back home.
Already my people are preparing a great crystal starship to take you there.
But we can come back, can't we?
You and any others who wish to come. You are a young people, strong and full of hope and passion. We have much to teach you, and you have much to share with us as well. There will be friendship between our species forever.
I hope you're right. Not all human beings are as, nice as us.
Brink.
All young species are alike that way. But don't worry. If any of your people try to pick a fight, we'll mash them like bugs.
How reassuring.
The ship is almost ready. Go home and tell your people what has been accomplished here.
Telling the people, that's Maggie's job.
And getting us home, that was yours. You did it, Boston.
Thank you, Boston.
We all thank you, Boston Lo.
I thought he was licking his hand there. Like, let's go. They're just little doggies. Alright, good game. Good video game. I would say probably 2 hours of this playthrough was just me wandering around being like, what do I need to do? An hour today and an hour on the last one. But I will say this, when you finally put things together, it is nearly 100% satisfying. That last one really did send me a little bit, but the rest of it, I don't know, was really good. Really unique video game. We were talking about like the lack of verbs. I like adventure games that do that. I think like a lot of, you know, the modern titles and things like that, you know, kind of simplify it in a way by like, you know, you have an interact button and then you have an inventory maybe. I like that approach because you really like it. I don't know. I feel like you have to think a little bit more, and I enjoy that. This game is really good at that. I do think that the game does drop you into pieces, and you have to sort it out. I like that. I thought it was really fun to sort of figure out exactly what was going on sometimes, and sometimes it would drive you crazy. But like, again, I think most of this was pretty fair in that, like, again, when you solved something and you put it together, it was usually like really, really satisfying feeling. Felt like, you know, back in the day playing through like a Monkey Island game, when you'd finally like crack that puzzle as a kid, you're like, oh, that was it. Like, nice to have that in at my age now. It's a good, satisfying video game. And of course, like, can't brush over the fact that the game is gorgeous. The sound design from like the actual sounds and the way things are put together and mixed, along with the actual score, like, it's really good. I'm a bit I don't know. I think this is maybe, I don't know, is this underrated? I don't know. I feel like people don't talk about The Dig enough. I think this is a pretty good video game that I just played. I can understand people's setbacks with it, but I think that this is pretty good. Pretty interesting story. The characters are pretty crazy. But yeah, I think more people should play The Dig. I think. You know how like Loom really swung for the fences and tried to sort of reinvent, I don't know if that was the intention, but like kind of approached the adventure game thing from a different way. And I think it like succeeded in some ways and didn't in others. You know, it's sort of like something that needed a little bit more tech behind it, perhaps. I feel like this did something similar, where this was like probably not a game that was like mega common in 1995 or whatever. Like, I think this is probably something that was quite interesting. Yes, really. Just not considered their best. I guess that's fair. As long as that's the case. I don't know. It's a good game. I'm going to miss this one, as I have many of the playthroughs I've done this year. But yeah, I don't know. I really like it. I just think that this one, like, again, kind of swung for the fences and did something a little bit different. And I think it was, you know, largely successful with everything. You know, you can tell that, like, this has a more cinematic approach than a lot of the other games do. You know, it doesn't rely on jokes, obviously, which is a pretty big staple of it. A little bit more of a serious game. So you kind of, I don't know. I really like it. I thought it was paced pretty well as well. Let's go. And then it just shuts down. Amazing. I like that game. That was good. Dang. More like a miss type. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess in that case, like, yeah, I agree. For sure. It kind of, you're not like, you're not given the explanation to the tools that you have. You kind of have to explore and figure it out and parse it from there. The one thing I think that this game does really well, though, is it does give you just enough most of the time. Honestly, I mean, like, I'm also a dingus, so a lot of that is on me, not figuring certain things out. But yeah, I think that's a pretty, I don't know, very satisfying bit of video gaming.